Number two, and I think this is a pretty important fact. I mean, hey, I get it. I love the fact that for sale by owners are entrepreneurial, that they're motivated, that they're get it done type people. Maybe they hired a broker at one time who wasn't good, or a couple that weren't good, and they got a bad taste in their mouth and thought, hey, I could do better than that. However, just on average, okay, no matter what broker you hire, versus a person selling a home on their own, they're going to get 17% more money than the individual for selling the home on their own. So the real estate professional is going to, you remember, you're trying to save anywhere between 5 and 6% in the commission, 5 or 6% of the sale price, the gross or net sales price. Okay, that's what you're trying to save. But we know for a fact, because it's been a statistic for so long, it really doesn't waver, that a professional across the board is going to get you 17%. A top professional, it's going to give you even more, right? At one time, I think it was Yale Business School did a study, and just on the difference between an average real estate broker and one in the top tier of their profession, a top real estate broker, and that was on average across the United States, $12,500 in their client's pocket. So, you know, the difference between for sale by owner, they're trying to save the 6%, you know, on their commission, which hasn't even, you know, you can't save something that doesn't exist yet. First you have to have equity and you have to have a sale before you can save anything. But, you know, it's huge numbers. So it typically, by the statistics, and remember, sales is statistics. Life is statistics. You know, if you're driving down the freeway and the speed is 65 miles an hour, you just can't go off the amount of pressure you put on that gas pedal to make you go 65 miles an hour, right? If you put more gas, you're going to go faster. Statistics run everything, okay? So you can't avoid what is a statistic. I mean, a lot of people want to say, well, maybe not believe the numbers that are out there. There's a lot of websites that put out a lot of bad information, and the reason they do that is two reasons. Number one, they're trying to sell you something for sale by owner program or their website, or number two, they're trying to sell you advertising dollars. So where do you want to look to get non-biased information from your non-biased parties, like the state of Oregon, you know, the National Association of Realtors, kind of. I mean, I know they do have good information, but the information, it's kind of non-biased in this way because they really do put out truthful information. However, they do take dues and fees from us brokers, so it becomes biased in that way. However, there's other situations like ForSaleByOwner.com, which puts out horrible information, completely skewed information, that because they're trying to make money on the for sale by owners, and believe me, you pay them up front. Right? A real estate broker like myself doesn't get paid unless we have success. I don't get paid a dime until I get my client the exact amount of money that they wanted and do everything that they wanted. Right? That's it. It's the best deal in the world for them. It's a horrible business model for me. I incur all the advertising expense. All the research is done by me. All the work is put in by me. I get all the contracts, make sure everything's legal. I have the insurance. I carry the license and the insurance. Okay? And at the end of the day, even if I get my client exactly what they want, exactly the money they want, if they decide, you know what, Justin, we want to keep our home, they can keep their home, and there's nothing I can do about it. Now, an entrepreneur like myself, my business is set up to where I'm okay with that. You know, my business runs in a fashion to where it's Pareto efficiency on success, right? It's a Pareto efficiency on success. It's a win-win for my client no matter what. And I'm in it for the long game. I'm in it for the big picture. So no matter what my client wants to do, even if I get them a full price offer, and if there's something changes and there's an illness or there's a situation to where they can't, it's not beneficial for them to follow through with the sale, right? I'm going to get them out of that sale, and I'm going to do what's best for them. And that's another thing that I think people miss is real estate brokers are licensed brokers with what's called a fiduciary responsibility. A fiduciary responsibility is a responsibility to benefit or protect or have the interest of the client over and above their own. So my client's interest, no matter what that interest is over and above my own. And me sticking to that and being in it for the long game, being in it for the long run and the big picture, me being more sensitive to my client's interest and not worrying about my commission, because I don't worry about it. It's the last thing I'm thinking of. My commissions, I'm lucky to get paid for doing something I love. I'm lucky that this produces me a comfortable living. I do this because I love the challenge, I love to win, and I love people. You're trying to save 6%, but you're getting 17% less. The classic stepping over a dollar to pick up a penny scenario. Thinking like a consumer and not thinking like an investor.